Hello everyone and welcome back to Aiche. My name's Hannah and today we are on r/bad roommates just because I wanted to have a little bit of a rant, I guess, about my roommates. Not my roommates now. They're okay. I like them. They're nice. But my roommates last year were a bit... Today we're on r/bad roommates to have a look at what people are saying because I thought it would be quite interesting and I just wanted to do a kind of more cozy, normal kind of video. Okay, my tenant/roommate gave his toxic girlfriend a key and she has told me she comes over when no one is home. Okay, that doesn't sound great. I, 26 male, own a home and have 2 male roommates, house hacking. One of the guys, 26 male, recently started dating his ex again and they hang out every day. Okay, I'm not right, so. That part doesn't necessarily bother me because it's not every day and every day they're at our house. What does bother me is that she has a key already and will be at my house with either no one there or the boyfriend isn't there. Like she'll come over during her lunch break to relax when no one is home. Or it's the weekend and my roommate leaves for work. She'll overstay and not leave after he left. Her and I are friendly, but I find it weird. I don't know if I'm being weird because it's mostly harmless, but I never go to my girlfriend's house unless she is there or I'm just dropping something off. Edit, she doesn't like her current apartment because she doesn't get along with her roommate, and my place is so much better. That just annoys me even more. Okay, so, I mean, I've kind of done it before where I've been to my boyfriend's house and he had to go to uni and I just stayed at his while he was there. And I mean, I guess it wasn't a problem for us, but that wasn't like a lot. It wasn't very often. We went to different universities, so when I would stay with him, it was only be for like a weekend and then I'd go home again. So I guess that's a bit of a different situation because this seems like the girlfriend is there all the time and that's not great. Personally, I mean, if she's there too often, then you can claim that that's like she's living there, essentially. I mean, giving your girlfriend a key is a bit weird. I was saying that she's toxic, I think is a bit far and I don't think it's really like causing any harm to anyone. But let's see. You better nip that quickly. She's not on the lease. That's a liability. Yeah, like I said, tell your friend, hey, I don't mind your girlfriend being around, but she needs to return her key and cannot be here when you're not here. It's a liability issue. Yeah, that's so true. And I think that is probably just the answer to that question, really. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. I hate roommates like this. I had a roommate last year. Well, I guess, I don't know who it was because everyone was kind of the same. But I had roommates that like did this and they just left all their stuff in the sink and they just never cleaned it, like ever. I lived in student accommodation and honestly, the people that live there, like honestly, they don't understand how to clean up after themselves. And like, girl, I want to use the sink and I can't because you've left all your stuff in it and oh my god, I hated them so much. It was so often that they would just leave stuff like this and it was like this bad sometimes. And then you were like, I can't clean my stuff because someone else has left their stuff in the sink. Like, I feel like we need to like teach people how to clean their stuff, especially at uni. It happens so often. Like, I don't know, man. Just clean up after yourself. After you've used, do your cooking, eat your dinner, then go to the sink, get a brush or a sponge, some washing up liquid. It costs about 2p at the supermarket, and use the water in your sink to scrub your dishes and take up all that dirt away. And then once you've washed them, dry them. Nobody can do that either. I know you might have a drying rack, but at the same time, if you are leaving your shit there, no one else can use the drying rack. Leave them there for a little bit and then come back and dry them. I don't understand. I don't understand. It annoys me so much. My roommates now are like quite good. They clean up after themselves. I mean, we live with our landlady, so it's a little bit different, but everyone cleans up after themselves. It's great. The kitchen is great. I love the kitchen here, and the girls that I live with are beautiful. They're great. I love it. But my roommates last year, I don't know who it was. Oh no, okay, so this is another story. So I lived with someone for first semester last year until December, and she decided that she didn't want to like be in uni anymore or anything. I think she like moved out. But instead of like cleaning up her pots and pans and then taking them with her, no, she left those dirty pots and pans by the sink for 2 months probably over Christmas, and then we come back. I came back to that flat and her pots and pans were still there, dirty and disgusting, and like I couldn't, like, I feel like I left it a couple weeks thinking, oh, maybe it's one of my other flatmates, maybe it's their stuff and they just haven't cleaned them yet. No, 2 weeks later, I had to go and proper, like, scrub these dishes myself. These aren't even my fucking dishes. And I went and scrubbed these dishes myself just to make sure, like, that we weren't getting rats and, like, flies and things. It was disgusting. But, like, honestly, she left her dishes over Christmas. That is mad. And I don't know why the cleaners never just took them and just chucked them away. I wish I just chucked them away, but I couldn't, like, leave them there. And I kind of felt a bit bad, like, chucking away, like, good, like, utensils and things. Like, I stole one of the pans because I cleaned it. I cleaned that pan to an inch of its life. And now it is my pan. So, I hate roommates who can't clean up after themselves, man. It drives me insane. Roommate asking me to pay more for larger room after lease was signed. So I'm moving in with someone who said before we signed our lease that she didn't care about who got which bedroom. I told her I'd prefer the larger room over the slightly smaller room since I have to store more things at home for my job. She said that was totally fine. Then we signed the lease and got the keys and went to the apartment again. She then decided that the size difference was significant enough that I should pay more. We measured the room sizes and the largest room is 180 square feet, while the smaller is 135. The larger room also has no closets. The square footage of the entire apartment is 1,111, so both bedrooms are sort of insignificant compared to the larger living room space area. Do you think this is an okay thing to ask after I've already signed the lease, thinking I would be paying one amount? If yes, how much more should I be paying? Total rent is $1,750. Something else to keep in mind is that the majority of the utilities are in my name and I will be providing most of the furniture. And the edit is, the number we came up with is me paying $70 more, which seems high for such an insignificant amount of space compared to the rest of the apartment. She suggested $100. Thoughts and advice, very appreciated, thanks. I think if you are, you should have decided this before you, like, signed the lease. Which I'm assuming you did, and then she turned around and said, yeah, you should be paying more, which I think is a bit scummy of her, and, like, clearly not a great roommate to have. I mean, maybe if you are in the larger room, you should be paying more, but yeah, I don't know, it seems quite insignificant. She should have brought up the idea prior to signing the lease. Did she expect to pay more if she got the larger room? She asked which room you preferred. You shouldn't be punished for that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, if she, like, you know, if that was something that she was thinking about before, then she should have brought that up with you, really. Dealing with violent, verbally abusive roommate. Oh no, okay. I'm at a loss. I've reported to the police, talked to the landlord. Hell, I've even had to knock on neighbours' doors for safety. This piece of shit just get blackout drunk, lets my cat out, and then gaslights me and calling me a piece of shit R-word. I can't move out till April, so I'm stuck with this 47-year-old man-child. I've never been scared before. I can usually handle myself, but when I look into the empty eyes of an alcoholic or drug abuser, the fear doubles. That's horrendous. There's absolutely no way you can move out, and no way, yeah, you cannot stay there. Like, that's, I've never heard anything quite like that. One of my friends had a flatmate that was kind of weird and kind of pervy towards the girls in their flat, and I also met him, and he was kind of weird, and the university didn't do anything about it, unfortunately, but yeah, no, you need to get out of there. You need to get out of there. I don't know what to do. I let some friends of my family stay with me, 28 male, and now I regret it. I've been selfish a lot of my life, and I just really wanted to help someone out, so I let my two cousins, 28 female and 36 female, stay with me. Before they moved in, I told them that I wouldn't charge them rent so that they could hurry and get a place of their own. However, I also told them that because I'm not charging them rent, I would like help around the house. They assured me that they would help me clean up and help with whatever else I needed help with. My first cousin, 28 female, doesn't do anything at all, barely goes to work, eats up all the food, doesn't pay for any food, doesn't pay for anything, doesn't clean anything. I hate these people. My second cousin, 34 female, helps out maybe a little more, but she has boyfriend problems, and it's been a total nightmare. I told her before she moved in that her boyfriends cannot come here, and I will not be tied up in her BS. They don't come into the house, but they pulled up to the house, which still bothersome to me. Any advice? Okay, they pulled up to the house. I don't know why that's bothersome to you. That, you know, there's just their boyfriend just coming up to pick them up, you know. At least they're not coming in the house. Let's charge them. That would be my thing. If they're not even helping around the house and they are just not being great roommates, I'd charge them, man. This person says, I get that they are family, but have a sit down with them and explain that they have 3 options. 1, start helping around the house, and at the very least replace the food they take. Yes. Start paying rent or get out. Oh my gosh, okay. Food thing. I don't know whether I'm going to read one like this, but I had someone... This annoys me to this day. Someone stole my Domino's garlic dip. I ordered a Domino's, right? And the deal was something like, if you order like a big pizza, you get a small pizza for free. So I got like a small pizza and might have got some, you know, the dough balls and a drink. And then I also got a large pizza because, you know what, whatever, I get the deal. Like, you know, and it was just me. So that night I had the small pizza, and you know, with the pizza, it comes with a dip. So I had the small pizza with a little dip. And then all my other things as well. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to leave my other, like, I can't eat this massive pizza on my own. So I'm going to go put it in the fridge and I'll eat it over the week for breakfast. And with that pizza was a garlic dip. And someone in my flat went in, didn't steal any of the pizza, stole the garlic dip. They stole the dip. Some idiot went and stole my garlic dip. Only the dip. They only stole the dip. Like, I said dip too many times in that sentence. But they stole the garlic dip and none of the pizza. The pizza was still there, but they stole the garlic dip. And that really got me. Oh my god, I hated those flatmates, man. I hated them. And sometimes they would steal other things as well. Like butter, okay. You can have, I don't mind if you have a little bit of my butter. Like, you know, it's fine. Like, if you just, you know, have a nice clean knife, which you put in my butter and then just put it on your toast, whatever. I'm also vegetarian, so I'd rather you don't use my butter on, like, meats, you know? I mean, I don't know how you cook meat, so I don't know if you even do that. And then... there were times when people would like literally it looked like someone had got a spoon and just spooned out a whole bit of my butter and then got it all over the place. I don't know whether I still have the pictures, but I took pictures of my flat because someone had just messed the whole thing up. Like, there was butter on the sides, there was butter on the floor, there was butter on the fridge. You know, it was my butter because I was the only person who had butter, or at least that I'd seen in the fridge. And I look in my butter and it's like they've gouged out like a whole bit of it. And I'm like, dude, get your own shit, man. And yeah, no, it annoyed me so much. And because of that, I borrowed my uncle's mini fridge, which I put in my room. And you're not supposed to have mini fridges in your room in like university accommodation. But oh my god, I thought, like, if people are gonna keep stealing my food, I'm not having that. I ended up putting post-it notes on my stuff saying Hannah's stuff do not eat, you know. Because, like, it was just ridiculous, man. Like, just find your own food. And bread. They stole my bread. Bread is, like, £1 at the shop. Just buy yourself some bread. Don't eat my bread. Don't eat my stuff, man. Editor Hannah here. I just wanted to mention something that I forgot to mention in the video when I recorded it. And that is the fact that one of my flatmates used to pour rice down the sink. Yes, that's right. Rice and pasta. When they finished... eating, they would pour it down the sink instead of putting it in the bin. So I just wanted to remind everyone that food does not go in the sink. Only water goes in the sink. Make sure you pour your food in the bin before you do your washing up. Mind you, I don't think this person even did their washing up. They just decided to pour rice down the sink. So it ended up clogging the sink, and we had to have people come in to unclog the sink, and we nearly had to pay a fine for it. So I just wanted to mention that, and please do not pour rice or pasta or any food down the sink. Thank you. Let's read one more. Roommate's girlfriend is out of her mind. Okay. Yo, blank. Gotta go. This morning was like the 4th or 5th time she's woken me up before my alarm, crying like a 5-year-old, and I didn't have to get up until 6 this morning. I'm not gonna deal with being woken up before my alarm for work by a freeloader with all the shit she does and all the shit she's supposed to do but doesn't. That tells me she's got no respect for either of us, and I'm not gonna have any of that. Especially from someone who doesn't pay a dime to live here. So she's gotta have to figure something out because she cannot stay with us anymore. Damn. Okay. Oh, there's a description for this. So my roommate's girlfriend had nowhere to go, and he asked if I'd be okay with her moving in. I was completely fine with it. However, as soon as she moved in, there were problems. My roommate never said anything about her bringing another cat, and my cat doesn't like any other animals, period. She's attacked my neighbor's fully grown lab when he brought his dog over. Okay. But anyways, her cat instantly started eating out of my cat's food bowl and using my cat's litter box, and she doesn't do anything about it. She doesn't work, and when she moved in, my roommate laid out the rules of keeping the place clean, i.e. doing dishes and sweeping and vacuuming and dusting, as she should. She doesn't do anything. Great. She just sits in the room all day, popping pills and smoking weed. When she doesn't get her way, she throws a tantrum like my sister would have done when she was 5. My question is this an appropriate text message to send? I would have told my roommate in person, but mind you, she woke me up at 4:30 this morning, and he was back asleep when I left for work. Girl, whoever this is, dude, kick her out. If she doesn't, she's not paying, okay? She's not paying, and she's in there smoking all the time, and don't get me started on smoking. Do not smoke inside, guys. Just don't do it. It stinks! Especially if you're someone who doesn't smoke and then you have like a roommate who smokes. And oh my god, it stinks. Yeah. Before you send, do you have anything illegal in the house that could get you in trouble? Yeah. No, that's actually true. That's a good point. Because like maybe she's brought something, or maybe you have something. If she's like doing it and like you allow that to happen, then that kind of makes me think that maybe you have something in your house. Reddit is going to tell you to send this because it's deserved and you deliver a couple solid burns. Before you send, I would ask yourself, is the goal to get something off your chest or resolve the issue in a way that will keep your relationship with your roommate cordial after his girlfriend moves out? If the latter is true, I would rephrase to be less confrontational while standing firm on her needing to move out. It's way more than they deserve, but it'll serve you in the long run. Some of the commenters say send are just looking for a juicy update after your roommate inevitably reacts poorly to this. No, that's probably true. That's good advice. Because, like, yeah, you don't want to... I mean, I don't know what your relationship with your roommate is. Like, if you want to keep your roommate, then, you know, that's... You know, you want to be a little bit nicer, but she can't be there anymore. Especially when she doesn't clean. People who don't clean drive me up the wall because, like, you know, you don't want to live with someone like that. Being woken up at 4:30 in the morning is so real. I mean, they're not that bad, but last year I had a flatmate, and we were supposed to have like a thing where everyone was supposed to be quiet by 11 p.m. But no, of course, nobody did that. So I had a flatmate that would be awake till like 2 a.m. playing music, and like, get some headphones, man. If you see I did a TikTok about it. But yeah, it was like sometimes he'd be like playing music until 2 a.m. Through speakers, and I'm like, bro, get headphones. Like, no one else wants to listen to your awful music. Like, I don't know. And bless her, my flatmate here, I love her, she's lovely. But she had a flatmate. She had someone round a few weeks ago, and they were up till 2 a.m. talking. And these like walls are so thin, and I get woken up by the tiniest of things. So I was there just like seething in my seat, just trying to sleep, and eventually I had to go and just tell them to just be quiet. I was trying to be nice about it, but I gave them as long as possible to shut up, but they just didn't. But thankfully since then she hasn't like had any people around that have been like, they haven't been loud since till 2 o'clock in the morning, which has been nice. So you know, that's a good roommate who takes on advice. And I try not to be mean to her, but she does sometimes. She sings and she does like Pilates or something in the morning, and it's fine. It's during the day, but I am such an irritable person that it irritates me, and maybe I'm the bad roommate. Maybe it's me. Anyway. I think we'll leave it there for this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you kind of like these kind of more, I don't know, Reddit story videos, I might do some of the Am I the A-hole videos. But so every now and again, I might just do a little bit more of a calmer, just a lazy video if you like. But I hope you did enjoy. And if you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.